then. Time to have a talk on the YouTubes. Let me fix this thing. Is that fixed? Oh, I gotta kill that sound. I can't. Don't, I can't hear it. Take those off. We're having a good day. Okay, so I was on a live stream earlier, right? And Charlie, and I'm on a live stream earlier, and I'm talking to people, and this is what I want to talk about right now. What's up, Playboys? What's up? What is up, Playboys? Tell me what is going on. Come on. Okay, come on. Okay. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's going on? What is going on? Charlie Bear, would you like to say hello, please? Would you like to say hello? Would you like to say hello to your adoring fans? What are you trying to... See, he has no concept of what a camera is. Charlie, 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 Charlie. Charlie, Charlie. Whoop. All he wants to do is sit on my lap. How is everybody doing? So, you know, listen, I had... And I'll be honest with you. Let me be honest with you. I had a frickin' epiphany. Who can define what an epiphany is? Can you guys hit the number 1 button and let me know where you guys are from? Where you are from. Cairo, thank you. God bless. Thank you for the super chat. Dude, but where are you guys from? Where's everybody from? And hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Take your fingers like this and just hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'll just wait a second. Charlie Little Bear, he's just a little bear, just a little bear. What? Just wait. There you go. Okay, now I can breathe. Okay, I was going to talk about Marbury Madison here. I was going to talk about rule of law. So can you jump up on the bed? On the bed. Go. Get up. Okay, just chill. Hit the number 1 button and hit where you're from, please. So I see Kaneda's in the house. Brain fart. What's going on, brain? Chevy. What's going on, Chevy? How are you? What is going on? So, has anybody... I was hoping, you know... I don't want to direct this talk directly at people who called me a statist, but this is going to be a history lesson. Whoop! We're going to go into a little bit of history here, okay? We're going to go into a little bit of the Bill of Rights. We're going to talk about that. Let's slide this other light down, actually, so we can kind of get into this, because I have never correlated this, to be honest with you. I have never correlated this. What's up, baby? What's up? What's up, Playboy? What's up? Okay. So how many people here are pro Bill of Rights? How many people here are pro First Amendment? If you're pro First Amendment, put a number 1 button. Put a number 1 button. Put a number 1. If you are pro First Amendment, right here, First Amendment, the very First Amendment. Now I got this really cool. I taught that it's RAPS, right? Which is religion, assemble, petition, press, speech, RAPPS. So you'll always be able to get your first 5 big freedoms listed in your First Amendment, right? And it's RAPS, RAPPS. Religion, assemble, petition, press, speech, right? So that is a great way to remember your First Amendment right. And so, you know, the idea that you have the right to assemble, the idea that you have the right to be press, freedom, it's freedom of religion, actually, when they were really discussing it at the first Constitutional Congress. You know, it was freedom from religion because religion was so pervasive, and it gave... So anyway, but the point is the first big 5 freedoms in the First Amendment, if you are pro First Amendment, then okay, so right there, just, I had a count earlier of people who were pro First Amendment. I read it. Is anybody against the First Amendment? Is anybody against it? Push a number 2 if you're against the First Amendment. Put a number 2 if you're against the First Amendment. Hey, Cooper Media, but let me ask you a question. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for asking that question, Cooper Media. Cooper Media, what did he ask? He said, am I against volunteerism? So what I want to know is, are you pro your First Amendment right? Cooper, are you, oh shoot, I think I have it on slow. Do I have it on slow? Do I have it on slow track? Oh no, I don't have it on slow track. Shouldn't be on slow. So what I'm trying to talk about is a guy like Cooper Media who just said that, you know, pro volunteerism. Okay, cool, but I just want to know if you're pro First Amendment, if you're pro First Amendment right to speech, if you're pro freedom of religion. Are you pro right to assemble? Are you pro right to petition the government? Are you pro for these things? That's all I'm asking you, you know? Oh, let me go like that. Boop. Ba-doop, ba-doop, boop. Oh, there you go. America, America. So, I'm asking you guys. I'm just asking. Okay, so I'm just saying, no matter what you guys think, if you think that I'm pro this, pro that, doesn't matter. What I'm asking you though is if you're pro First Amendment, then you have to be pro rule of law. You can't say that you are pro First Amendment and that you're not pro rule of law. Do you understand what that means? Does everybody understand what that means? This is a bit of a deeper thought. That's why I said, let me take a bong rip. I'm going to come and sit down with you guys, and I'm going to slowly work out what I mean when I say, if you're pro First Amendment, then you have to be pro rule of law. How come I would say that? Why would I say that? Because, you know, it's important that you understand that, because Silly Wabbit, how are you doing? Oh, so you guys don't time out Silly Wabbit. Silly Wabbit is I took Silly Wabbit off the block list. I think Silly Wabbit was joking. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really want to block anybody. I'm trying not to block any of the comments tonight because I want to talk about this, because if you are pro First Amendment, then you have to be pro rule of law. And no one can really tell me how I equate those two things together. You know, what's going on? What is going on, Playboy? What is going on? So what do I mean by that? What I mean specifically when you talk about being pro rule of law, if you're pro First Amendment, what I mean by that is that when you go back, and I was talking on a stream earlier tonight, when you go back to the 1803 case of Marbury versus Madison, what that is going to solidify that case is that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights is the rule of law, right? So when you say free speech, essentially what you're saying is you want the government to uphold your right to free speech. That's what you're saying. Does that make sense? You could not be free speech and not be pro-government instituting rule of law to make sure that your free speech is respected. That'll make people who have called me a statist, it'll make their head spin, because the whole time you've been a First Amendment activist. And what does that mean, though? What does that mean? That means that you believe that the Constitution, the founding documents of the Constitution, that is the rule of law. And any of the laws that are created after that would be repugnant to the Constitution. This is Marbury versus Madison, the exact quote. Any law created that is repugnant to the Constitution is unconstitutional. I mean, that's from Marbury versus Madison. So what does that mean to you, someone who's a free American, and you're like, you know what? You say, I want a volunteerist or I want an anarchist system. you couldn't be a First Amendment activist. It would be a conflict of your principles. You couldn't be a First Amendment activist and be someone who wants volunteerism or anarchism. This would be a good question for Brian over there. Here's the deal. I love that guy. Someone could ask him that question. How can you be free speech and for an anarchist or volunteerist system? Because in an anarchist or volunteerist system, you really may not have free speech, because if your speech makes me mad, there's no rule of law, bro. I don't have to beat you up for me not to hear you. Every time you come through here, I'll make it difficult for you. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? It creates factions, and factions always lead to, without a rule of law, will always lead to some level of violence. It always boils down to violence. Whereas when there's a rule of law that we all agree that you're allowed to talk here as loud as you want and nobody could tell you to shut up, you'll talk as much as you want and no one's gonna, right? You can say whatever you want, right? You have free speech. Then you are a pro-government statist. You're gonna have to put that in your pipe and smoke it. If you're a volunteerist or an anarchist, and at the same time you are for free speech and for assembly. We went over them. I asked earlier in the chat how many people here are for the First Amendment, and everybody said yes. I didn't see anybody say no, they weren't for the First Amendment. I put a number one if you're for the First Amendment. So fine, if you're for the First Amendment, then you are pro-rule of law. And if you are pro-rule of law, then you are pro-government. That's not a bad thing. A limited government is a good thing. A government that is created to uphold and defend your rights and your liberties, that's a good government. We have a tyrannical government that imprisons our people in the millions. The solution to that is to put that person in a dungeon. I didn't make the chart. I didn't make it. This just aligns with the time. People living in a prison, in a dungeon. They're in a dungeon. What's up, Playboy? What is up, Playboy? Someone's got a friend, a cousin, a brother, a best friend, a lover, a sister. God, I hope not your sister's living in a dungeon. I really hope they're not. But if you are pro First Amendment, then you're pro rule of law. If you're pro rule of law, you're pro government. You're pro government. Listen, just so you guys know, this was kind of an epiphany for me tonight when I was talking on a different stream. It's like it's insane because this for people who are thinkers about the Constitution, and there's a small group of people who really do care about the Constitution and the rule of law. This will cause you to think. If you have been for volunteerism, so essentially you'd be willing to give up your right for free speech and face whatever faction you deal with. Because there would be a faction against your speech eventually. Depends on, don't you think there would be a faction against my speech? There's no law. So you could do whatever you wanted. There's rule of law. No, there's not rule of law. I just said there wasn't, and there's not. It's a tyrannical state. You have to work with the same people who you don't trust. Starting with turn around and lay on your belly. Turn around, lay on your belly. Lay on your belly. Whoa, we just met, brother, and I don't know you yet. I don't know you. Charlie Little Bear, I don't know you yet, dude. I don't want to lay on my belly. We just met. Once you ask me what has to happen from, we can have a conversation here, So what's going on, Playboys? Where's everybody from? Kind of room is it? Whoop. So did everybody hear my basic philosophy? I don't want to repeat myself, but hit the number 1 button if you already heard this. But what I'm arguing is that if you are a First Amendment auditor and you are pro First Amendment, then you could not be for volunteerism or anarchism, because to be pro First Amendment, you would have to be for rule of law, because rule of law is what upholds the First Amendment from Marbury versus Madison, which states that the Constitution is the founding documents of law and nothing can go after it. So there it is in a 30-second blurb. 420, what's up, Playboys? What's up? What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? Raps, you got it right there. See, Chevy? Listen, I want everybody to spread that around. Someone showed that to me. I pinned their comment, I think, at the top. I appreciate you teaching me that. That raps. Is Rights On in here? What's up, Rights On? Did you get my text message, Playboy? What's up? What is up? What is up? What is going on? So no, I really, that's kind of like, because I went on the streams earlier and I was talking, and I was like, this thing that, because everybody says free speech, and I've been hearing it and hearing it and hearing it, and I got to the point where I started to really understand that people have interpretations about what free speech is, but there is free speech and there's what free speech is not. So, if you're pro free speech, though, then you absolutely would have to agree with the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. No, I don't know what it is, Chief Keefe. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. Cop Dinosaur, dude, I thought you were going to be chill today, but I guess not. Playboy, I guess not. The Playboy decided not to play with the game. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. I absolutely love the internet, and I love everything about it. But, it's like, what I'm going to do over the next few months is I'm going to teach people the real history of America. And the difference is, this will be, a little, I'll still shoot it with my phone, but it'll be a little bit more refined. It'll be a little bit more specific regarding what I'm teaching, specific. So, especially as you learn, a lot of people, so for example, of course I spout it on here all the time, so a lot of you guys should know it. But let me ask you a question. What year was the Constitution ratified? I've already said it, I think, on this broadcast. Jenny, good evening, Jenny. How are you? Can anybody tell me what year was the Constitution ratified? Anybody tell me that? So, I'll take all three of those answers. I'll take 1788, which is the actual answer. And then I'll take 1789, when the Bill of Rights was ratified in it. And then I'll take 1791, which is the ratification of Congress. And we begin our government with the 1791. So all those things are true. So now, when you start to get into the foundation of our country, the judiciary is set up, and it's set up in so you had 1788 is the foundation, 1789 the Bill of Rights. 1789 is also the Judiciary Act, and the 1789 Judiciary Act, Section 13 of the Judiciary Act, is going to be struck down in Marbury versus Madison in 1803. But remember, the Judiciary Act is going to be launched in 1789, and that is going to be the law. So remember, the bill that Ellsworth, he was a senator from Connecticut, he wrote a bill which was called the 1789 Judiciary Act, which will launch the Secretary of State, just like Frenchie over here for Ronald Reagan. And so when they launch the Judiciary Act, That law, the laws of the Judiciary Act are in effect all the way up until Marbury versus Madison. But the 13th section of the Judiciary Act is unconstitutional. And that little tidbit right there, that one little tidbit, will twist history forever. And the way it works is when they say that you can't use this specific part of the Judiciary Act to uphold your claim, Marbury, who's suing Madison, trying to use a writ of mandamus where they petition the Supreme Court. So if you guys don't know the background of Marbury versus Madison, Marbury was a judge who was supposed to get his federal position as a Federalist judge, and instead his petition or his paperwork wasn't delivered to him. I mean, essentially, and so then when his paperwork wasn't delivered to him, he then sued Madison, who was Secretary of State for Thomas Jefferson, and so then when Marbury didn't get his paperwork, he sued Madison, who was and then they go to court, and that's the case of Marbury versus Madison. So that little tidbit of history, that little tiny nugget, I'm going to lay it out with illustrations and teach you guys all this stuff one day. But the truth is that little tidbit of information determines whether or not if you're a First Amendment auditor, then you would have to be pro rule of law. You'd have to want that. Man, I have a headache. I have not eaten any food. I'm gonna have to eat food pretty soon here. So then as you move forward, and so this is the beginning. I mean, this is the very beginning of our country right here. And then as you come down the line from Marbury versus Madison, and that's where I just get stuck right there. I just get stuck right there. If you are a First Amendment auditor or First Amendment activist and you're for RAPS, religion, assembly, petition, press, speech, if you're pro those 5 first big freedoms, then you are pro rule of law because you are pro the Constitution being the foundation that's supposed to uphold our natural rights. There it is. 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 It's so good to see you guys, man. Listen, I'm absolutely freaking starving, but I wanted this to be short anyway, and this has been 22 minutes. So this has been pretty long, I know, but I haven't been on here today. I went on a couple other people's streams, and boy, that was pretty interesting. That was pretty interesting. So that was, it is what it is at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, sorry about that. Whoops. I'm trying to read your comments because I just want to answer a couple questions because I'm going to get out of here pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, Playboy? I mean, do. So listen, it was a good night. It was a good night. I'm really glad I got to have the conversations I did get to have tonight. So I thought it was good. But it's another reflection again of why I don't do panels. You know what I mean? You don't do panels because you never know if the host is going to just bring somebody up on, and that's going to be a distraction from the topic at hand. So that is what it is. Anyway, yeah, but I love talking about the law. I mean, I loved the initial conversation about the law. That's what I loved, before all the crap. I really like talking about history, and I like talking about legal concept. The Organic Act, for example, like Flip, dude, good topic to talk about. Yeah, so there it is. Flip put it in here. Flip, I've never seen you in here. I don't know if you're a troll, but you might be right. You are correct about something here. Flip Flat, I've never seen you before. So it says the worst thing that happened to America was the District of Columbia Organic Act in 1871. So go ahead, Flip. Throw some fun facts up. I mean, I can tell you guys about it too. But it's where America became a corporation, where we became it incorporated our entire country, where the government became its own kind of, no, it became a business. It became a business entity. Uh, um, oh, Wicker versus Vilburn. I didn't see. I didn't see. Yeah. Yeah. The oh, is JMM in here? I love JMM. So no. When we get into like when they started to use the Commerce Clause for absolutely, does everybody here know what the Commerce Clause is? Does everybody know what that is? When I say the Commerce Clause, do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know where that comes from? I mean, there's a specific place it comes from. So does everybody know where the Commerce Clause comes from? And this is why I'm doing this really long educational series that I'm doing over the next three months. Oh yeah, Trent, you're right. When you talk about history, you can realize what went really wrong, what really went wrong, what really went wrong. So what I think though, moving forward, just so you guys know, the biggest problem we're gonna have is gonna be the IRS, because what Biden did, and I don't want to get into politics, but when you create an 87,000 people, and a lot of them are, it's like its own police agency. That's, I think, the biggest threat that we have isn't going to be just, it's going to be this digital currency where the IRS agents, just by a simple push of a button, can just, which everybody, by the way, hit the like button. If everybody would please hit the like button. If you would please hit the like button, I would appreciate that very, very much. Thanks for the super chat. I didn't see it come in, but thank you. I appreciate it. The IRS being a militarized new kind of organization is the way I see it happening. I think that we're going to have to face that and try to get rid of that entire organization. I think that that's going to be the biggest problem that we're facing. Try a little bear. That's what I think. But, anyway, I didn't see everybody's here. But listen, I have got to eat food. My head is just blasted. And remember, I'm trying to cut down caffeine, but I've only had like a tiny bit of caffeine today. So maybe that's why my head is just blasted. I had a very small, tiny, just a tiny, just an itty bitty just a little bit of caffeine. And I've had no food today. I've had 0 caloric intake. So I'm just like, my head's starting to rock a little bit. My head's starting to rock. Like, my head's starting to hurt. I can feel the tension. I was in a great mood though, man. I'm in a fantastic mood. I'm so happy. I have done all the things I had to get done to put everything together for what I'm taking on next. And, it's beyond a preponderance of evidence is beyond created. It's beyond, so it's just having good people who will come to bat for you when you need them to come to bat for you and put their name on the dotted line and sign and be like, yeah, I back you, and so like, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. Gloria, I just saw you in here. How are you, Gloria? How are my people? Chevy, how are you? Good to see you. Any of my members in here? The tribe, what's going on, brother? How you doing? What's going on? Thank you, the tribe. Good to see you. Oh, I thought I talked to you earlier. Cop eating, I thought you were going to be cool. Rights on. Tabitha, hi, hon. How are you? True Northern, hey, what's going on? Message deleted, huh? Bruce, how are you? Thanks, Unknown. I appreciate that, man. Michelle, Cop, Cooper Media. Oh no, Cooper, you you can't put me in that same box, Cooper. You can't say if I'm a pro rule of law, I'm pro rule war on drugs. That's not true, Cooper. What's going on, RB? What's going on? Who was that? Was that Chevy? KNRW. Hey, KNRW, man, I'm still in Denver, bro. I'm still on Denver. KNRW Radio. I think, are you out in Denver searching for somebody right now? Somebody's missing. KNRW Radio, Nighthawk, SAR, Kearney Storm Chasers. He's my buddy. That's my buddy right there. Everybody make sure you subscribe to his channel. Are you out there looking for someone right now? I think he's out here looking for someone in Denver. Bow getting sued? Yeah. Hey, you guys read the comments, early in the comments, I said, I'm suing you, and I'm suing you, I'm suing Dante, I'm suing RG, I'm suing Chevy, I'm suing everybody. I'm suing everybody. I'm suing you, and I'm suing you. Can't undo it now. So funny. So funny, though. I love Chevy. All right. Cooper, touche, Cooper Media. Touche, amigo. Touche, Cooper Media. I was saying, you guys, we were doing in the chat earlier. Obviously, I can't do it. People will just take it and use it, but they will anyway, so. No, Combi, I am suing people. They already got served. You know, Josh's house was served. I have a GPS tracker locator guaranteeing he got served, and proof of service was filed. I sued him and I sued Kate. I sued them. They've been served, so they have to respond. So it'll go through the court. That's how it goes. That's just what happened, guys. Yeah. So, you know, I tried to go on a live earlier and talk about that rule of law being based on, you know, supporting Marbury versus Madison's holding. But the thing about Marbury versus Madison, what makes people pissed, if you know and understand constitutionalists, right, then what makes people mad about Marbury versus Madison is that it gives the Supreme Court judicial review of any laws created by Congress, and the president signs them into law. So even though the will of the people, that the representatives of Congress wrote a law and then the president signed a law, the judiciary can say that that law is unconstitutional because it's repugnant to the Constitution. That comes from Marbury versus Madison. Every single holding that the Supreme Court says, no, the ordinance or statute that your state wrote is repugnant to the Constitution, that goes right directly through Marbury versus Madison, 1803. So I was trying to have that conversation earlier, and, you know, I was unable to do that. I mean, I kind of did, but not really. I mean, and even this is insignificant. I mean, in terms of how I'm going to explain it in the next quarter when I lay out on a new wall, fresh paint, you know, how it is. Good job. Type out your lawsuit. Yeah. Do it. Get it typed out. No, I mean, listen, there's gonna be a time, you know, listen, here's the thing. I want the people to know that, you know, I took a stand. I took a stand for someone who slandered me and libeled me. I took a stand against that. I took a stand against someone who stalked me and harassed me. You know, so, you know, I took a stand against the status quo idea that people can do that to you. So that's what I did. You know, why are you spamming, dude? I don't understand. You can get your message across if you get in one message real quick before the moderators block you. You'd be a lot better off if you just put it in the chat before the moderators, you know, got rid of your chat, dude, if I were you. Everybody hit the like button if you would, please. Does anybody not have the trifold? Go buy DeletelawZ. I have that downloadable version now for $5, and I have the Indestructible trifold for $25. But if you don't have the trifold, which by the way, I'm shipping out like 6 tomorrow. So if you don't have the trifold, please go on my website, DeletelawZ.com, and order the trifold. Have one for each car that you have. I mean, and then you always use it. Always use that trifold. Always, always, always. Gloria, they are listening to the truth. Remember, every day, you know, we gain subscribers. Every day more people come here and they say, I heard about you from so-and-so. I heard about you from so-and-so. That's why, you know, I'm trying to stay focused on this broadcast, even though there is litigation coming up, you know, in the next couple days. So it's, you know, there's, you know, we have to stay focused like a laser beam, like a, we have to get more people to join because, listen, and by the way, you guys, this next quarter, when I leave Denver and I just start teaching history, and I'm just going to do history, people can say whatever the heck they want. I'm teaching history so that I'm making a board game that you can buy and then have history fun games at home. I'm literally creating a board game that I'm going to sell for a price. That's what I'm doing over the next quarter. I'm creating, I said it like 3 times. So if you want to learn history and you want to be able to play a historical game, what I'm doing with the next timeline over the next quarter will include Supreme Court case law. It'll record the lynching graph, the prison graph, the presidents, all the men who built America. You know, there's a popular series called The Men Who Built America, but people really don't know anything about those guys. They only know what the ones who won wrote about the history of those guys, about J.D. Rockefeller. You know, so I'm going to teach it in a little bit of a more truthful way. And the new wall won't have all of this. Because right now, when you look at this, you know, you're going to get confused. There's just too much to take in. So, Dante, I hope I get to sue you. I hope I get to sue everybody. I hope I get to, 100%, Dante, you're getting sued. And you can take that little clip now and put it on all your troll channels and say, he said he was suing me too. I'm also suing all my moderators, just so you know, all of them. I'm suing Unknown. I'm suing Flip Fat. I'm whatever. Sorry about that. I don't know how to say it. Taco Man. I'm suing you too, dude. So listen, I'm only suing bad people who stalk me and like cause me physical problems in my life. You know, and the other ones I may sue, I may not. I might just be blustering like I am here. You know what I'm saying? You know, am I going to sue the other people? Maybe. We'll see. These two, yeah, because they lied. They lied. You know. But there's, maybe I will. You know, I'm like a fight. I'll tell you what. You know, you got to think about if you would take it laying down. You know, how many times, Cooper, you should be sued as well, just so you know. So how many times, you know what made me like this, right? How many times I was bullied by a cop and I had to back down. That's what made me the way I am. That's what made me hate cops. And I don't hate them anymore. I just hate the whole organization that they join in when they're cops, as they're cops, when they pull people over, when they drive their car, when they get dressed in their uniform. But I don't hate the person. I pray for their soul. Let me get a water. What's up, Charlie? So it's like, you know, it's funny that I sit right here in front of, you know, Carol versus United States. You know, Carol versus United States, this is you know, when I teach the next wall, right? I mean, listen, you guys should be suing each other. In the chat, you should be getting each other's information and filing lawsuits. Whoever gets timed out should be sued. Bruce, everybody here should be sued. I mean, come on. You can't laugh at yourself, then come on. Bruce, you're being sued. The tribe sued. Everybody. Victor sued. Everybody's being sued. You're being sued. You're being sued. And you're being sued. Mm-hmm. Cop, you got timed out. You should be sued, dude. Cop eating dinosaur should be sued. You know, what's going on, Honest Abe? How you doing? You should be sued. Yep, Chevy, you're going to be served too. Everybody here should be. We should all be served a lawsuit. I should be getting served right now. The dog, Charlie, should be being sued. We should sue for our freedom until we can sue the government no more. Listen, so everybody here who, like, they watch and they're like, oh, this is a division in the First Amendment community. I don't want to be doing this. We should only be suing the government. We should be focusing on suing the government at the federal level so that we can get to the negotiation table of changing the term law enforcement to peace officer. We get rid of the war on drugs, and we stop enforcing laws on people, and instead we protect rights and let people do what they want. So, you have no consent, dude. You have no consent. You have no consent, and you have no consent. Don't come around here thinking that you have consent, because you don't have any motherfucking consent. Class action lawsuit. All 200 people here are getting sued. We do need accountability, for the love of God. We absolutely need accountability. We absolutely need accountability. You know, it's like, it's, is that Rachel? What's up, Rachel? What is up, Rachel? What's going on? 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 So, hi, Rachel. How are you? Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. How are you guys? Yep, that's true, JTL. That's true, JTL. But has anybody talked about suing JTL yet? JTL's in the chat. We should all focus our energy and our money on suing JTL. I'm just having a good time. It's late. I'm tired, you know. I haven't eaten any food yet. My head's kind of like stuffed up. I don't know why. I'm feeling like wah. And I was feeling great. I was feeling really, really great, but now I'm feeling like wah, you know. Yeah, well, Scott, you know what the war on drugs is based on, and I can always drop into a history lesson about Richard Nixon. You know, I mean, Nixon, if you just know his history, and I mean, he wasn't just a horrible racist. He also was an authoritarian criminal power monger, and he's the one that created the war on drugs. Nixon did right here. Hi, my name's Dick Nixon. I'm a criminal, and even though he instituted the war on drugs and would later resign from the office in shame, and then Gerald Ford would pardon him. You know, we still have his policy of the war on drugs. We still have Nixon's war on drugs. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, like we know he lied. We know. You know, so just so you know, right next to him, I have the picture of John Ehrlichman. Ehrlichman. It's God. I mean, I always mess up the way you say his name, but his name is John Ehrlichman. 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 He said that the war on drugs was a farce. That it was to lock up hippies and blacks. That's what was said. You know, it's like, see, at least now my Rachel's in here, and I know it's actually her because she has a wrench. Because in other chats I saw Rachel, and I didn't know if it was Rachel or not. Because you know what I mean. It was frustrating. Oh, that's so funny. You're so funny. You're so funny. Man, I'll tell you what. I had a great night because this epiphany I had makes me feel so good. It makes me feel like I realized how rule of law directly equates to being a First Amendment auditor or First Amendment activist. And because I figured that out, woo, I feel like, anyway. Anybody have anything interesting to add? Did anybody have anything I don't know? Any current events? Are there any current events that I don't know? Anything that I haven't heard about yet? Because remember, I was wrapped up in doing my upcoming legal procedures. Is there anything that I didn't hear about today that, you know, I should have known about? Any current events that everybody here knows about but I don't know about? It's so funny, you know, the yo, Dwayne, what's up? Thanks for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it, man. God bless you. Picture Perfect was arrested in Oklahoma. Peachy, I know that you're a troll, but is that actual real information? Is that someone who's an activist that was arrested, or are you just kind of trolling and having a good time with people? You know. Does anybody else know that? Oh, is that right? Mr. 4 Twitch is Derek Medley? Derek Medley is Mr. 4 Twitch. Mr. 4 Twitch, same guy. Is that, do we know that's true? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know who Picture Perfect is. Oh wow, I'm sorry. I don't know who that person is. Oh, Peachy, I've read a lot of your comments. I mean, it's cool. Listen, if you're coming here, you're being cool. I'm not trying to call you. Press harder. What's going on, Press Harder? I actually really love your channel. I absolutely love Press Harder. Really, to be honest. I mean, Press Harder, you're the channel that I watched. I think I've seen your videos before. You have a channel, right? And you press harder, right, against the police state. I believe. I'm not quite sure. You know, was it because I watched? I think it was Press Harder, and I watched all their videos the other day. Let me see. It's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me. I gotta know. I gotta know. I have to know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize for the inconvenience of everybody. I did not mean to inconvenience you. I just wanted to know if the Press Harder in the room is the same one that I watched all their videos the other day, because I really loved all those videos. I'm not sure if it's the same person. So let me check, please, just real fast. But put a number 1 in the room if you had a good weekend. Put a number 1 if you're happy tonight. I'm so happy. I got so much work done this weekend. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. No, I watched Press Harder's videos. Oh, let me see. Someone just put a link in there. Thanks. Is that the link, BC Transparency? Oh, there's Picture Perfect getting arrested in Tulsa. Oh my goodness, I used to have a good friend in Tulsa. I'm just so you guys know, like, I'm in a pretty good space. I'm pretty happy right now. So like it's nice. It's nice. I like a lot. You know, the thing about Tulsa, you guys want to watch Picture Perfect get arrested? Let's watch. Super sad. Super sad. Let me move this damn light out of the way real quick. Hey, you good looking? What you got cooking? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I just saw someone comment about my fake teeth right here. These teeth that are on a flipper. My teeth broke the other day. Did I tell you guys that?
JD's iPhone.
No, I don't want it connected to JD's iPhone. I want it connected to my box. So let me turn this off real fast. And let's watch this. Because, you know, everybody, by the way, let's everybody go over and subscribe to Picture Perfect. Is this Picture Perfect's channel?
JD's iPhone.
Okay, so this is Johnny 5-0's channel. But let's make sure. I know Johnny 5-0 would have put his channel in there. Gaming channel. So here's Johnny 5-0. Picture Perfect is arrested in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've been subscribed to Johnny 5-0 forever, but I don't see the link to access to the channel. Merch, social media, mailing address. No, it's not in there. Okay, well let's watch it. Then we'll go over to Picture Perfect's channel, and let's make sure we like this one. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it. Only 124 likes. I don't see a crime yet. I don't see a crime. I don't see a crime. I don't see any crime. Okay, he's filming. He's filming. So the issue is how close he is. That's the issue of whether he should go to a dungeon or not, to a rape cage, whether he should be put in torture cuffs. That's the whole issue, is how close he is with a camera. He's on the other side of a railing here. Do you see that? Does everybody notice that? He's on there. The cops are over there with guns and tasers and all kinds of stuff. And then he's on this side of a railing. He's on the other side of the railing. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah.
Keep your hands on your pocket.
He,
Put your hand behind your back then.
What? 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 Oh,
Yeah.
Picture Perfect's a big dude.
that's actually an illegal arrest.
Yeah, that's total.
And that he was just fine right there too. I'm telling you, this is an unlawful arrest.
Wow.
I don't care what you're saying. It's an unlawful arrest.
Wow.
What do you need me to do?
Exactly. Right there.
I got you.
Okay, I want you guys to listen to something real close, okay? The number one thing that we all are afraid of, he's going to say it. He's going to say
What do you
it.
need me to do? All right. This is an unlawful arrest. I don't care what you're saying. It's an unlawful arrest. What do you need me to do? It's an unlawful arrest. What do you need me to do? All right. I got you, buddy.
Okay, there it is, right there, guys. That's the hardest thing that we face. So, you know, anybody here who's an activist, anybody here who's, okay, let me give you guys a simple example, right? Say for example, that you get pulled over and you're driving with a friend, you know, just say that you're driving down the road and you're the passenger in someone's car. Now, you have my trifold, and hopefully you listen to my lecture on Arizona versus Johnson, right? And you know that the only reason that a police officer can even have you get out of the car is if a reasonable and prudent man would believe that you're both armed and a danger to him. Okay, so those are the parameters of the reason why you have to get out of the car. According to Arizona versus Johnson, 2009, Arizona versus Johnson, of course, is an extension of Terry versus Ohio, 1968. So when the cop goes to get you out of the car and you say, I'm not getting out of the car, you couldn't reasonably and prudently believe that I'm a danger to you. I'm not. You're making shit up to pull me out of the car. So that's the first thing. But then the second thing is, he says, give me your ID. And you say, I'm absolutely not going to give you my ID because I've broken no laws. Well, this is a stop and ID state. Well, if you can articulate a crime that you believe I've just committed, then, or you're going to arrest me, then that's the only way you could get an ID from me. So now here you are, right? Now you're filming the cop and you just told him, I'm not going to give you my ID. Okay, now, he says, if you don't give me your ID, are you going to go to jail? Put a number 1 if you give your ID. Put a number 2 if you don't. Put a number 1 in the chat if you give your ID. Put a number 2 if you do not give your ID. Would you do, put that in a... The cop says to you, you will... Now, you're the passenger in a car. Your buddy got pulled over for not using a blinker. Wink, wink. Put a 1 in the chat if you give me your ID. Put a number 2 if you don't. He's going to take you to jail. Just remember, that's what it is. You're going to jail. Am I confused about who Peachy Ryder is? I might be. I'm sorry if I am Peachy Rider. I thought you were a troll. I thought you were someone else. Then if Rights On knows you, then you're definitely not a troll. So I'm really sorry to Peachy Rider. I thought you were a different username. Can you imagine? I got confused. I'm sorry. So a lot of people are going to go to jail. Is that true? So Larry's not going to give his ID. Or he's going to give ID. Night Train is going to give ID. Jenny's going to give ID. So there's some people who are going to give ID. But remember, so, I mean, come on. Can we do it again? Can we do it again? Can we do it again? Can we do it again, please? Make it real. There's a cop in front of you. He says, if you don't give me your ID, you're filming him. Are you going to give him your ID? He's gonna go to you to jail. Number one, if you give me your ID so you don't go to jail. Number two, so you just don't go to jail. It's Friday. Make it even harder for you. Number one, you just give me your ID. Number two, you just say, I'm going to jail. Which is it? Now make it real. Cops stand in front of you. Number one, you just give me your ID. Number two, you're going to jail. Which is it? One or two? Really soul search, man. Make it fucking real. Make it fucking real. You hear me? Make it real. You know, I'll tell you guys, just so you guys know. So half you guys now are going to jail. More than half you guys are taking the ride. Yeah, Mikey. Okay. You know, I'll tell you guys the truth. There's been a couple times in my life where it's a Friday night, it's a Saturday night, and cops were bullying me around before I could go live on my phone, right? And it was a big weekend for my family, and I couldn't miss those events. And I just had to acquiesce. Good to see you, Dwayne. Good to see you. Good to see you. So I just had to give the cop my ID because I didn't want to miss my brother's wedding. You know, I don't think that was exactly what the case was, but it was something where I couldn't miss that event. I just couldn't go to jail on a Friday. And I just couldn't do it. You know, I couldn't go to jail for that amount of time and miss the events of that weekend. It was like my family reunion or something like that. And I didn't want to back down from the cop, but I mean, this is real. This really happened where I had to give ID. I think that's what it was about too. I've had so many negative interactions with cops that I can't, you know, now that there's a camera, the interactions are much more cordial with me because I come at them with logic and reason and case law. So they have to deal with you know, No, there's just times I can't go to jail, man. Like I'm busy. Could you imagine? I'm just busy for a minute, you know? Hey, Barb, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, is that right? That's right. So Press Harder, you are the channel that I love, dude. I want to give you a shout out. I love your channel because if I'm right, I think you have 10,100 subscribers. If I'm right. If I'm correct. If Press Harder. Can someone drop his link in the comments real quick? I have his I have this up somewhere. Hold on one second. Let me find your link. Alrighty then. I opened up my own stream here. I saw Press Harder just drop a comment here a second ago, so I can just open up his stream. I'm looking. There it is. Go to channel. 11,400. I was off. See that? My numbers are screwy. This is Press Harder's channel. Yeah, I watched all your videos the other day. I think, did I like? Well, you'll be able to tell.
See, they're taking the power back from y'all stupid asses. When they
This is
gave
Press
y'all
Harder,
too much,
everybody. He's in the chat.
Y'all fucking perverted it. Y'all abused it. That's why it's coming back to the rightful owners, the people. We the people, right?
Yeah, I'm one of the people. Welcome to the hill where we have the proper perspective to press on, press harder, press now.
100%, dude.
On this episode, Manuel Mata is going to show us how to slow a donut's roll by sticking his ding-dong in its hole and spinning that piece of shit like a hula poop.
What's your name and your badge number? What's your name and your badge number? You just said my name. What the fuck is your name and badge number? What is your name and badge number? It's simple. Policies and procedures. You just said my first name. What's your name? What is your name and badge number?
Oosh, just pressing him.
What is your name and your fucking badge number,
Ooh,
loser?
just pressing
What
him.
the fuck?
Pressing him.
Trash motherfucker.
Boom.
Fuck both of y'all.
Oosh.
Yes!
Stick
Listen up, all you Fort Worth fuckers. Manuel Mata's in town, and he's got the discretion to press on or press harder. Either way, it's going to be uncomfortable for you turkeys and a happy redressing for the people. Press now.
See what I'm saying?
Let's go back and let's check another video. Let's look at all of his videos here. So that was the most recent one. There's a donut. There's a red reject light. Let's go. Let's watch this donut dipper one here.
Right.
Let me kill this light.
Wham. Go cry on your own time, you damn snowflakes. Sir.
You're not going to be helpful. All right. And you're going to continue to interfere with this investigation.
Speech
I'm gonna
alone is
take
not
you-
interfering.
No, sir. If I have to constantly come and deal with you
Constantly?
because you're interfering with my investigation, I will take care of this.
What
matter,
investigation?
They're
Take care of it
investigating.
by getting a psyche valve and work on your ADD
They're
on your own
investigating.
time. Because have you ever seen a protest?
Yeah.
I'm one of the people. Welcome to the hill where we have the proper perspective to press on, press harder, press now.
Get it.
On this episode, we're going to learn how to
907 Bear, what's up, Playboy?
Snowflake shameful shouting, eviscerating EMSing empresses enlarged ego, and deflate a donut dunker's little dipper in broad daylight so everyone can see that the people have the rights, the people have the powers, and the people win again. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah. Just take your hand and wave it somewhere else because I ain't got no time for your bullshit.
Get out. Oh, who are you cussing at?
You trying to hide your crimes?
Get me off your
I saw you hit that lady. I saw you hit this lady. Don't be waving your hand at me.
I'm not waving at you.
Oh, damn.
Excuse the fuck out of me, but I just walked up and this bitch decides to start yelling at me.
Oh,
Who the
damn.
fuck do you think you are? Huh? Have you ever heard of the free press?
Hell yeah.
Have any of you ever heard of the free press?
Lay it out, dude.
Goddamn Karen. Wham. Why don't you go play with your snowflakes on your own time?
I get those handshakes too with my phone. Sucks.
So now
Okay.
that I left that.
Great job, Press Harder. But let's everybody pop over to his page and like his page and subscribe. So if you guys aren't here, make sure you get over here. I'm already, obviously, dude, I'm already subscribed. I came over here the other day and I checked out all your shit. So, but I liked that video. That's 16,000. So that's pretty good, dude. Good job, man. You're doing good. You're doing really good. But sooner or later, I have to stop and I have to eat some food. I haven't eaten a single, because I was eating so bad. Oh man. I was eating, you know, too many cookies. I was enjoying because I was depressed. You know, I wanted to fight that cop and my knee went crooked. Here's the good news today. When I was walking today, I'm not feeling like chronic pain in my knee. It's the first time today. So I feel that's great. K-Wad, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? It's like, yeah, everybody should make sure you watch Press Harder, man. He's ruthless, absolutely ruthless. So anyway, listen, I have got to eat some food, or I would sit here and talk to you guys all night. I've had a great day just talking to people all day. You know, it's like, good part today is I got to really explain to, I think that, you know, the guy I talked to earlier is, I think, is part of this, you know, this idea of a community, and you can hear how people who really care about law and then people who don't. And that's, you know, you guys will see that over on Lick the Boot. So you guys get to watch that debacle. Pretty funny. But watch the whole thing. So anyway, listen, I'm gonna get the flock out of here. Listen, I love you guys, man. Love you. Rachel, so good to see you. Good to see you. Chevy, good to see all my people. Hamzi's in the hizzy. Mikey, always good to see you, dude. Always good to see you. Tabitha, love you. Bruce, Rumble in the rumble, rumble, rumble. Rumble, 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 rumble. Yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it. Oh no, Press Harder. No. I do appreciate you chiming in though, brother. I appreciate your perspective if that's how you feel. But yeah, life's complicated. I'm gonna smoke some more weed and eat some food. Love you guys. Listen. We don't stop. 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 We don't stop till we change this shit. We don't stop. You know, love you guys, man. Thanks for coming by. I do appreciate you guys coming, and I will see you everybody on the next one. I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna see you on the next one. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm gonna be on the next one. The next one's tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be on the next one. What's up, Playboy? Love you guys. Nice talking to y'all. Thanks, Press Harder, for letting us look at your videos, for you creating those. Really appreciate that. I'll talk to you guys soon.